Hi, I'm Plummy, and in this episode of Radio K, we're actually gonna be celebrating the 500th episode of it. Yay! I actually can't believe that I have gotten to this point of releasing 500 videos of one series alone. And also, yeah, we're gonna be reacting to AESPA's recent comeback, Savage, but first and foremost, I just want to focus on the fact that I've managed to get to the 500th episode of this series. Because I've been doing YouTube at this point for more than 2 years, and there have been bad times, but for the most part, I've totally enjoyed it, and I've really gotten to experience many new K-pop groups that I feel like I would otherwise wouldn't have found out about if it wasn't for Raid the K and for you guys enjoying my videos. So thank you for all who have been supporting me and watching my videos for this long, because it's thanks to you that I've managed to get through to 500 videos, and maybe we're gonna get to 5,000 at some point in the future. Who knows? But yeah, let's get into what you're here for. aespa's Savage. aespa has been a little bit of a weird case for me. I didn't like their concept for a group as a whole with the AI stuff. I still think it's really fucking stupid. But their debut song, Black Mamba, was actually pretty okay. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I listened to it a lot. Their first comeback afterwards, I think it was some kind of like a remake of a very slow ballady kind of song. I was just confused about why would you go in that direction with an unofficial comeback. And I'm still not even sure whether it was technically an official comeback or not, but let's call it that because it got a music video. Then we got Next Level, which also wasn't like a completely original song. Apparently it was like a song from the soundtrack of a Fast and Furious movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that kind of just gave the song a weird vibe in my opinion, because it didn't feel like an original song. Because the concept of it, at least, is kind of cool, and it has grown on me actually, but at first I really didn't like it. But it is an interesting song at least. It's not like boring or anything. So I'm curious what they're going to go for in this case, because right now I actually don't have any information about whether this song is completely original or whether it's again some kind of a remake of something. But I'm hoping it's completely original, and I guess if it is, I'm kind of gonna see it as the first comeback after their debut song Black Mamba. So I'm curious how similar to that it's going to be like. I don't know. But I am kind of mostly excited about this. I'm hoping that I'm gonna like it, because at the end of the day, I don't do reactions to any of these groups because I wanna hate them. That's why I don't do reaction to Blackpink and BTS, because for the most part, I only have negative things to say about them. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the reaction in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, don't you know I'm a savage? I'm a killer, 널 깨라. 아직도 버리고 방을 catch no fella. We holla, 두렵지 않아 너 희투하라.
Okay. Interesting beginning, I'll give it that. But I just gotta say, the girls are a little bit too cute and pretty and soft looking for the badass vibe of the songs that they have. Like, they don't necessarily look particularly badass to me. They just look cute and pretty, you know? Like, visually I don't feel like they necessarily fit their concept. Okay. I actually kind of like this. I really like that tsu part. There's so much attitude pouring out from that. Also, their effects and everything looks so flipping good. Like, the visual effects of this music video looks really good. I feel like she, the girl with the short hair, is the only one who kind of fits the concept right now. Well, that's some good rapping. And yeah, I just want to mention that I do agree with the opinion that nowadays SM groups don't really feel like they have distinct concept when it comes to their music. Because I easily could have seen this being an NCT song. Ooh, I love the odd eyes. Also, their outfits, man, look so good. Okay, that's a little too realistic for my eyes, okay? That's a little bit too uncanny valley. Although I definitely would watch an anime focused on them, that would be cool. Like, look at how much better they look as cartoons rather than CGI. Man, how much money did SM pour into this music video? Holy hell. Cool.
What?
What the hell? That's a cool logo, I'll give it that. I love how edgy it is. But yeah, am I the only one who thinks it would have been better for AESPA if they were more like Red Velvet rather than Blackpink? Because as I said, I feel like most of the members visually just don't really fit the badass girl crush concept that much. And I feel like it's only in this comeback that at least one of the members kind of fits it, and that's the member with the short hair. Well, I don't know the name of, so comment down below her name, I'll be interested to know. But like, I feel like they would have been just that much better because they have some really good vocals, but with the kind of songs that they release, they don't really get to showcase that. Like, even in this song, this ending part here where you mostly hear the rapping with the chorus part, you can hear some high notes in the background, and I feel like maybe they should have, I would have liked it at least if they kind of made the high notes parts louder, because you can barely hear them, but I do like how they sound, so I feel like they should have just made them louder, you know, because they do sound so good. And in general, for the rapping, it's not bad, but I don't really feel like it's as good as if it was a position by a member who actually is like a rapper first, like somebody like Mark or Taeyong from NCT. Like, they are rappers, not just idol rappers. The girls in this group, at least at this point in time to me, still feel mostly just like idol rappers. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe some of them were interested in rapping and are rappers, but that's just kind of how it comes off at this point in time. But yeah, overall I'm actually pretty satisfied with this. I feel like I'm already kind of into it, and I feel like with a few more listens the song is going to grow on me even more. So yeah, this is actually pretty decent. If this was the first song they came back with after their debut song Black Mamba, I would have been actually much more positive on this group. And going forward, if they release more songs like this, I would be pretty satisfied, because I really like this. But yeah, before I say my final thoughts, let's just get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. There's gonna be a lot of scenes from this music video that I have to choose from for the thumbnail of this video.
We holla 두렵지 않아 너 희투하라 날 믿어 너리 fake on me 준비가 안된 무대로 뭘 하나 fake on me
Are all four of them rapping?
숙취를 느끼게 멘탈을 흔들어 놔 싸늘한 관점 무너져 아 그녀는 못 참아 say no 두고 봐난좀 savage 너의 dirty한 play 너는 두고 볼
Yeah, she's definitely my favorite member. I think she might be my bias. The girl with the short hair. She's killing it, man. In every way, honestly. So far, I haven't seen the brighter haired girl rap. So I'm curious whether she actually only sings. I also love this dancing part here. It's really good. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but all of their outfits are looking so good.
Everybody look at me 익숙해졌니 양보해 참여야만 돼 어른스럽게 I'm locked up in the glass 난 널 잊고 싶은데 너무 끔찍하게 돼 그런 같은 나를 가져놔 I'm going 광야로 게임인 물리적 요면이 간질 MRI로 보자 멀어지게
And there's some actually really good rapping, like this part here. Yeah, so far I think she's maybe just a vocalist. Man, I actually like this more than Black Mamba. It is actually really good. Yeah, that's way too realistic. It's only there for like a second, but it creeps me the fuck out. It looks way too real. But it's only like the face looks real while the rest of the head looks obviously CGI. This is much more pretty. I actually like this much more. This kind of feels like a... like they look like the Wings Club in that animated part. That's some really good high notes.
What?
What is this? The Transformers? Don't tell me that this was a soundtrack song from the Transformers movies or something, because I'll be really fucking mad about that. But yeah, really good. I really liked it. It definitely lived up to its name of being savage. It's a good song. It's a hard-hitting song with tons of rapping, and I liked it. It was good. It's the first time that I genuinely can say that I'm in love with an AESPA song, which I'm really happy that that's the case, because, as I said, I don't like shitting on groups. I like enjoying groups, but sometimes it's hard to contain my feelings and be positive, because at the end of the day I also have to be fair in these reactions, you know. But yeah, I don't really have much to say in addition to what I've already said, so we're just gonna go towards the ratings. And in terms of the ratings, I think for this one I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's still not like mind-blowingly good for me personally, at least, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I'd say 9 out of 10 is still a pretty good score. For AESPA songs, it is gonna be kind of like a 10 out of 10. Like, it's their best song by far, in my opinion. And it's just like the most entertaining one as well. Because for Black Mamba, for me, I had a little bit of an issue where I just didn't really feel like it went that far. Like, there wasn't a big explosive or more energetic part. Like, it lacked a little bit of energy. It was good, but it lacked energy. I feel like this one, while still not as energetic as I would like it to be, it was better in that regard. Much better. So there's that, yeah. And yeah, what did you guys think about the song? Comment down below and let's have a discussion about it. Also, if you want me to do a reaction to the B-sides of this album, because I assume this comes with an album, it's safe to say it comes with an album, but you never know. Make sure to comment down below and like the video so I know there is a demand for a reaction to AESPA, or maybe even better, click on the description down below and click on the link to my Patreon, where by pledging your support at a certain tier, you get to demand me to do a reaction to whatever you want, whether it's a music video by a K-pop group or an album as a whole. You get 4 requests per month, so I'd say it's a pretty good deal at the end of the day, because once you request me to do it through Patreon, it's a certain thing. It's going to happen as soon as I can. Like, as soon as my schedule for the next K-pop reactions aligns. While otherwise, if you comment down below, it's ultimately going to be up to me when and if I'm going to do it. But it's still, I still try to do your guys' requests that you ask me to do. But yeah. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you, because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that, because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. And yeah, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently one and only patron on Patreon, Omari Bridgman. If you want to join that person in supporting me, you can do that by, as I said, going down the description below and clicking on the link to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, which, for those of you who don't know what Ko-fi is, it's a website very similar to Patreon where you can pledge support to your favorite creators. But the biggest difference is that, as I said, on Patreon it's more for like long-term support with benefits and perks, while on Ko-fi it's more for like one-time donation kind of thing, which is still gonna get shouted out on my channel if you decide to do that, but I still would advise you to go through my Patreon, you know? But it's up to you at the end of the day. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!